People would be like, you're so boring. You always talk about the same products. And it's like, that's kind of the point. Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about how to glow from the inside out. If you're into that too, definitely hit subscribe and come join our skincare community. Skincare really is about finding those products that work for you, that suit your skin, that help you address your skincare goals. And it's about consistency with those products, right? It's not boring or unimaginative to continue to buy the products that actually serve you and suit your skin and staying consistent with them. That's actually the true point of skincare. It may not be the point of skincare content, but the reality is it is about that journey of finding those products and sticking with them. So today I have a few newer things to talk about. I also have some things that did not quite work out for me, and of course some familiar faces. But like I said, that's kind of the point. Give the video a big thumbs up, play my intro, and let's jump into the empties. This is the iUNIK Beta Glucan 3X Barrier Cream. I've been a fan of this one for a while now, and it definitely has been in a lot of my seasonal content that I've recommended. You know, moisturizers for spring, summer, fall, winter. Wait a second, Kelly. For the cooler months, fall and winter, that occlusivity really helps to protect your skin from the harsh elements, to help tuck in all your skincare products, to help them last on your skin longer. Yes, to fight dehydration, but also to fight like how wind and coldness and all of that can really affect your skin and wear down your skin barrier over time. I've recommended this in warmer months like spring and, as I also said, summer, because it's not so heavy, it's still protective, but it also doesn't make your makeup break up on you either, because it doesn't have a very wet, greasy sort of finish to it. It has this gorgeous velvety finish to the texture. It is a slightly thicker looking cream, but it spreads in a thinner protective layer on the skin. It has a good amount of moisture that just sinks inside of your skin. Doesn't sit on top. The moisture is not on top, right? It sinks into your skin and softens and conditions and soothes your skin with moisturization that doesn't feel greasy or heavy. And then right on top is that occlusive, velvety, protective feel. Not greasy, not sticky, not tacky. And so I just found that this works, like I said, in all 4 seasons. I have had so much experience with this moisturizer now that I start to very naturally reach for it. I've gone through a few jars of this. And so I recently emptied this. I don't remember when I emptied it. I want to say probably in June, maybe late June. And there was no hesitation, no second guessing, no other thoughts in my mind. I knew I was going to replace this with another jar. I had to. I immediately went in for another one. I didn't even bother going for anything else. And I honestly have I've even gone through almost half of this jar already because I'm so obsessed with this. You know, I've actually been using this morning and nighttime recently, and it's been working really well. It's been hot, like 100 degrees with like 80% humidity. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's no good. Humidity is the worst because it makes your body just feel so fatigued and worn down, makes you all like sticky and sweaty and just like, oh, it's so gross. But also like your makeup, if you're wearing any, right? Like good luck if you're wearing any. It just melts off of your face. This is actually a really great prep product for that kind of routine. And so there are very specific formulas that I personally like to reach for in the summer that work well for my combo skin that gets a bit more greasy in the heat, but I also get a bit sweaty as well. I do have a short from last year kind of sharing like a slightly more full face, but still approachable kind of 5 to 7 minute makeup look that shows the types of makeup products that I like, because I know you're about to ask me, what are you wearing? I will link the short. This cream is an amazing prep product because of the velvet finish without the glass skin dewiness or wetness that can kind of feel a bit sticky. And that glass skin wetness can look really beautiful, but it does not often interact well with base makeup products. I like moisturizers like this because of the neutral finish. They're not contributing to your makeup kind of sliding off your face, but also because that velvety finish with some occlusivity actually kind of creates a little bit of a perfect primer-like effect on your skin. Your makeup actually just grips to the moisturizer a lot better. That's also very beneficial in the summer because you're skipping out on a primer step. Skipping out of steps means skipping out on layers, means your skin can breathe a lot more. So this is an amazing prep product. There's actually a sunscreen that I like to use on top of this as well that I'm going to talk about because I emptied it. this is just what I use in the summer. You know what I mean? Like this just works. And when I'm not wearing makeup, it works, right? For all the other reasons that I listed, but particularly why I had no thoughts in my mind once I emptied this one to just go and open the other one that I had was because this just makes my skin look so good in the summer. This is the Innisfree Green Tea Ceramide Milk Barrier Essence. I believe this is my second empty of this product. I know I emptied one and then I immediately opened this one. And keen viewers will notice on my shelf back here, I do have another one. Yep, full brand new untouched one here. And I also do have the refill pack. Let me tell you why I've been liking this and why I went back to back with this particular product. It's a beautiful combination of hydrating, plumping, gel-like humectants with a kiss of milky ceramide-based moisturization. And so while it's called an essence, I personally used it as a toner and an essence step in my skincare routines, especially that first bottle and then even this bottle. I just found that it is one of those products that can kind of cover a couple of different steps. But also the green tea content in here actually makes this not just hydrating and moisturizing, but actually quite soothing as well. There is a calming factor. It's not as immediate as like my skin is burning and I put this on and it feels better. It's not quite like that. But there is just like a nice calmness to it that feels so good because my skin can get stressed out from the heat. You know what that feels like when you just come in from a long day in the heat and your skin just feels cranky. Yeah, this is great for cranky skin, especially if your skin goes a little bit red as well or inflamed. Great. I've also used this when I've had a few inflamed pimples, kind of helps take the inflammation, the redness down. Green tea, amazing for that. Also a good antioxidant, just great for supporting healthy skin overall. So I replaced it with the TIRTIR Matcha Skin Toner. So this actually wasn't my plan to replace the Innisfree Essence with the Matcha Toner from TIRTIR, but I had my eye on this TIRTIR toner for a while. It's a newer release from them, but I had such bad luck with the other TIRTIR Milk Skin products dating back to 2024. That had actually irritated my sensitive skin. And I was really interested in this because I will say I am a sucker for green tea. Sign me up, love it, I'm sold. I had an interest in this because matcha is a very concentrated version of green tea leaves. I wanted to try it. I also wanted to make a video out of it. If it failed, that I could tell you that it failed and it irritated my sensitive skin, right? So that was kind of the plan when I bought this. I was cautious, but I was like, do it for the content. That video did come out just a few weeks ago, so you can check that out. I talk about the original Milk Skin Toner, the light version, and then this newer matcha version from TIRTIR in that video, so check it out to hear all of my opinions, but I will alert you a little bit right now. I like this one. I like this one a lot. So it wasn't my plan to replace the Innisfree, like I said, but it just naturally started to become a big part of all my skincare routines. I started the testing period with this and I just kept using it. This is very, very watery, very runny. There's none of that gel-like bouncy plumpness to the texture. There's really no body to this. It's incredibly runny, watery, very pourable, and it sinks into the skin like instantly. This is very much like a watery hydrating toner with just a hint of milk. This is as watery as it looks when you pour it onto your hand as when you apply it to your skin as when it absorbs. It's just very, very watery. Hint, light moisture. I would still recommend this for oily skin types. That's how little moisture there is in this. There is a gentle calming factor to this. It absolutely reduces redness. It's great if you have some pimples on your skin because it will bring down the redness and the inflammation. There's just a general soothing quality to this, but also the green tea just brings out that healthiness to your complexion, reduces redness, just makes your skin look and feel a little bit more resilient and a little bit more rejuvenated overall. There is a very good amount of synthetic content in this that is also really boosting up a lot of those benefits that I just talked about, especially the soothing. So it's a really great calming and very antioxidant packed kind of toner. And this is very similar as well, as I said, toner and essence type product. There's enough benefits to TIRTIR that I'm fine skipping out on a separate essence, and it's hydrating enough that it works as a toner and an essence for me, especially in this heat and humidity. This is the Haruharu Black Rice Moisture Airyfit Daily Sunscreen. This offers SPF 50 plus PA plus 4 protection with all new generation chemical filters. This is just my daily driver, quite honestly. It's not water resistant. It's not good for like going out into the pool, right? Because we're talking about like summer skincare right now, right? Going swimming outside, I'm not going to be wearing this, right? If I'm going to be outside for a really long period of time and I know I'm going to be kind of getting sweaty, I'm not going to wear this, right? But when I say daily driver, I mean I'm going in and out of the house all day long because I got to take my dog on potty breaks. This is the sunscreen of choice. I got to go and do a bunch of errands, grocery shopping, all that jazz. This is my sunscreen of choice. If I know that like I'm gonna have maybe like a lunch outside, but maybe I'll probably be able to sit in the shade or that kind of a thing, farmers markets, that type of thing, I'm gonna wear this one because it's comfortable. Once I find what works and feels comfy, I just go back because I don't want to be thinking about this too hard, right? So it's good for all of those things. Comfy on my skin, good protection. Even though it's not water resistant, it's still a very protective sunscreen. Now, texture. Because I was talking about the iUNIK Beta Glucan 3X Barrier Cream as a great prep product for makeup because of the velvety type of finish that it has. This sunscreen has that exact same texture. It's a little bit thinner, but it's that same type of finish where it's velvety, neutral, not shiny, and it actually acts as like a primer for makeup that you might want to put on top of it. This is another reason why it's a daily driver for me for the summer months. The iUNIK cream, and then this, which by the way, replacements right here. Did I just spoil it? Not really. So this one's actually almost empty too. I go through these so fast. I got to get some more. But because it has that exact same texture, it acts as a great grip for your makeup, especially if you're up against lots of oil, especially if you're up against heat and humidity. Because it is so indispensable for makeup, especially making my makeup last in summer, that is why I've been reaching for it so much, and that's why it's just a no-brainer. I almost have another empty here for you. That's why it's a no-brainer as my daily driver, especially when I'm putting on makeup. This is the Clarins Total Eye Lift Eye Cream, and this is actually my second empty of this product. It is a refillable eye cream, so I have emptied one of these. This is actually a pretty small little cartridge. It's about 15 milliliter. So I've emptied one of these already. This is my second empty. So I've used about 30 milliliter of this product in total, and I will be totally transparent with you. I did not purchase this product. This product cost like $90. It was sent to me by Clarins. I do really deeply enjoy using this. It's a beautiful cream texture. It's not too thick. It's not too stiff. It glides on the skin gorgeously. Good amount of moisturization without it being really heavy, dense, greasy for the under eye area. It sinks in really beautifully. It keeps my under eye area, which can be prone to dryness even in the summer months, and a little bit of dehydration. It keeps that area nice and smooth and moisturized. But there is also some what they call retinol-like technology in the formula that helps to support collagen, that helps to support well aging for the delicate eye area to help address fine lines, wrinkles, firmness, or loss of firmness, I should say, skin elasticity, right, darkness. It helps to address all of those things for the eye area without the irritation of retinol. Right. I use a lot of retinol and retinaldehyde eye products, but because I do have sensitive skin, I can't use them every single day. I just like products where I know I can just reach for it and feel safe, but also know I'm still getting those benefits, right? And so that's exactly what this serves for me. It's a great texture. The formula itself, really good, but gentle. And I've had a really nice time using this as like my go-to morning, nighttime eye cream, right? And I think if this suits your budget, it could be worth looking into. I have noticed that it's helpful for brightening. I get a little bit of darkness occasionally. This has been helpful for that. I've used it long enough to be able to tell that there's like a brightening effect to this. I do believe that there is a bit of a firming effect to this. Maybe not like, whoa, Nelly, like, whoosh. When influencers do this, that's what I was doing there. My eyes are so much more lifted and firm. I kind of feel a little bit like that when I'm using this, just a little bit. So I started to try out the Remedy Super Stacked Under Eye Dark Circle Anti-Puffing Treatment. And I was excited about this one because there are some really great active ingredients in here, including caffeine. There's also niacinamide, kojic acid, matrixyl, and these are all ingredients that I would look for that gentle, well anti-aging support for an under eye area. I don't like this product. I really struck out with this for a few reasons. Now, Remedy, I will say, I haven't talked a ton about their products, but I have actually tried quite a few of their products. And while I do on the whole enjoy their formulas, uniformly this brand has some of the worst packaging I have ever encountered. Just nice looking packaging, but just not well thought out packaging. You know, I use their cleanser, and the pump itself, it gets clogged up so easily because the nozzle is too short, and so it clogs up all the time and then shoots cleanser across the room and just makes a mess. Their hand cream products are just impossible to open up. You will break your nails trying to open it up. Like, I don't like it. This is an eye cream that has one of those like ceramic applicators. I don't know if it is just the shape of this applicator, because you see it's actually a little bit more flared, or if it's the shape of this paired with the consistency of this cream, which is kind of like a gel cream texture. As you can see, there is a lightness to this. It's not as thick as the Clarins eye cream is. There's more of a hydrating, looser kind of a texture to this. And there's something about this applicator, when I use the applicator especially, it somehow it pushes this product into my eyes, instantly making them burn and sting. It feels so uncomfortable. You may be like, Kelly, like you shouldn't get it into your eyes. Like, of course, anything you get into your eyes is not meant to go there. It's probably gonna burn and sting. I agree. I do think that the applicator pushes it into my eye, because like I've been putting eye cream on for a while now and I don't get it into my eye. Like, hardly ever does that happen. It's rare when it does happen, but it always happens with this product. And so I really think part of it's the applicator, but I also think part of it is just the formula travels into your eye very easily. When I don't get it into my eyes, right, it actually feels very irritating for my eye skin. I highly suspect it's the kojic acid, which is a really good brightening ingredient, but it's also an ingredient that has historically stimulated my skin. Effective, but stimulating. I've used it in face products too, and I know it's just too much for my skin. So it's probably just like not a match for me personally, but I do find it like, yeah, irritating. So this is definitely not a morning and nighttime eye cream. Plus, like traveling into my eyes and burning and stinging more often than not, like, this is no good for me personally. So I'm curious, what have you emptied lately and what did you replace it with? And did that replacement work out for you? Because as I just showed you, they don't always work out, right? So let me know all the tea in the comments below. And when you're in the comments, you're gonna see a pinned one from me, and you're gonna find more shopping links there if you're interested in any of the products I talked about today. More links for the United States, but also international links as well. Thanks for being here with me today. If you want to see some more videos from me, definitely hit subscribe. Come join our skincare community. And I just want to encourage you to keep shining your bright, beautiful, individual, inner glowing light. Don't keep that inner glow inside. We need that beauty, that individuality, that glow from you that only you can provide. We need that out in the world. Do we not? Do we not need a little bit of brightness shining out into the world right now? We definitely do, and we definitely need you. I love you so much. Thanks for being here with me today, and I will talk to you in the next video.